We are back on the Chamber Report. I've known this guy a long time and so happy when I heard the news that Brian Burandt is the new CEO at Connexus Energy. Brian, welcome to the show. Congrats. By the way, you've been at Connexus a long, long time.
27 years, Pete. 27 years now. Yeah.
Just like that?
Yeah, it's flown by.
And now you are the CEO. Congratulations on that. When I had heard that they were getting close and there were some names floating out there and I heard yours, I was like, well, let's hope. And you got it. Congrats. Well deserved.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, Connexus Energy, 147,000 members and over 1,000 square miles you guys cover. That's quite a territory, and that's quite a number of people.
Yes, it is. Lots of good things happening there, Pete. And one of the things we want to talk about today, some exciting news, is a big federal grant.
Yeah.
We're getting $170 million to buy down the cost of renewable energy. It's part of the Empowering Rural America, New Era for short, part of the U.S. Department of Agriculture. These projects are part of our broader plan to put us on the pathway for achieving the Minnesota 100% carbon-free mandate by 2040. And it aligns with our goals of serving the members of reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy.
You know, I was part of the stakeholder meetings on that stuff. It was so interesting to listen as you guys work through all of the issues and the topics and how are we going to get there and what are we going to do, and just some of the scenario of a 10-year resource plan. How does that grant fit into all of that?
It's a great question. So again, thank you for being on the stakeholder process. There's a strong alignment between our 10-year resource plan and our grant application as they both came together in 2023. So our resource plan was the basis for our grant application. So we're getting money, $170 million, to do projects we were already planning to do. And this grant will reduce the cost of this project by 25% for the next 20 years.
That's huge. That is huge. So what exactly will Connexus do with that grant money?
For 2025, we have 3 local solar projects for another 10 megawatts of solar. These projects, one's in the Ramsey landfill, St. Francis up north of Brumman, and just north of Becker up in Santiago Township. We chose these locations where we need the energy and we also have good interconnection capability. They'll be in operation by the end of 2025. They're going to have pollinator habitat friendly under and around the rays. So that means low-growing plants provide food and shelter for insects like bees and butterflies, while providing vegetation management, limiting weed growth so we don't have any shading on those panels and we can keep producing power.
And that honey, which I have had, and it is really good honey from Connexus Energy. Hey, will Connexus own those solar arrays?
No, the 3 solar arrays will be owned and operated by Cedar Creek Energy, and they're actually a member of Connexus in Blaine. Connexus, we have a 30-year power purchase agreement, PPA, with Cedar Creek. We'll purchase all the electrical attributes, meaning energy capacity and renewable energy credits. And the PPA, it mitigates some of that risk that you have with asset ownership, the outright asset ownership. Simply put, we'll be buying the energy rather than buying the solar system equipment.
All right, so talking about that equipment and those arrays, when they reach the end of their life, what happens?
Utility solar arrays, like the ones we're adding this year, have an estimated life of 30 years. And we've built responsible end-of-life planning into every project. So when the panels and other components are retired from operation, they'll be removed and recycled under the e-waste Minnesota requirements.
Excellent. Hey, what other types of carbon-free energy will your grant support?
We're also using the New Era funding for our battery storage system. At the end of May, we added another battery system to our portfolio in addition to the 3 we developed in 2018. The new battery is at our substation in Vadnais Heights. It's a 2.5 megawatt, 4-hour battery, which is going to be Minnesota's first distribution deferral project to increase substation capacity. The substation is on the edge of our system. It's in a fully developed area with low load growth, but needing additional capacity. When deployed, the system can power up to 1,000 homes during peak periods. It kind of acts as a shock absorber during those peaks and defers the need to upsize the substation transformer while saving money for the membership. Additionally, the grant will cover 25% of the project cost for 282 megawatts. That 282 megawatts, that's the equivalent to 40% of our power supply portfolio, and it has to be built by 2031. We're planning a hydroelectric project at the Coon Rapids Dam on the Mississippi River here, wind project in southwest Minnesota, and we're doing additional solar both on our system and also in greater Minnesota.
You guys have definitely broadened the horizon of what it looks like moving into the future, especially with that battery storage system. So it's more than just energy.
Exactly. Beyond producing clean power, these projects offer multiple community benefits. They make use of land with limited development opportunities. I talked about the landfill here in Anoka. Support pollinator habitat, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and provides local economic value. They also help us manage costs by reducing the need to buy energy during peak demand periods.
You know, earlier you'd mentioned about the state of Minnesota's mandate for 100% carbon-free electricity by 2040. How do these projects align? Are you going to get there?
That's a good question. We're on our pathway. They're a perfect fit. The state's 100% carbon-free mandate is driving change across Minnesota. And Connexus is leading with smart, member-focused investments that align with the mandate. The new funding is helping reduce expense and achieving the mandate for the Connexus membership, but definitely this will put us on the pathway towards 100% carbon-free.
You know, you and I had a chance to talk before the show about Connexus and the fact that they need to submit a community benefit plan with the U.S. Department of Agriculture about how the projects benefit residents, service area, and those types of things. How can people learn more about that and share their thoughts?
So you can go to connexusenergy.com and get more information. But a community benefit plan enhances our products by providing value by just energy and taxes, such as job creation, environmental benefits, and education. It includes a community engagement. We want to hear from our members and the community as to their priorities in shaping the direction of the community benefit plan. We're working to make sure our members are informed and engaged every step of the way, including stakeholders who live near the upcoming project sites. We want members to partner with us on these projects to strengthen their communities.
So how does Connexus respond to community input like that?
We're inviting all members and stakeholders to learn more and get involved. Our website, as I talked about, you can learn more about these carbon-free projects, the timelines, and a form to submit questions, ask, write comments, give suggestions to potential community investments. Our members have a voice. We want input on how members and stakeholders think Connexus should invest in the communities. We always love to hear from our members. Last year, the Connexus Energy Foundation donated over $360,000 to support nonprofit organizations in our service area. With our community benefit plan, we'll continue to build on that momentum by funding even more education, community service, environmental stewardship, and workforce development of projects, communities impacted by these renewable energy projects.
No doubt. Hey, before we wrap it, notice the community benefit page slogan. I love this. Good for you, good for us, good for the environment. Hey, it's catchy, it's memorable. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we like it. Good for you, good for us, good for the environment. Ties the personal benefit, the cooperative value, and the environmental impact of these carbon-free projects. And it's consistent with the values of Connexus by putting members first and planning for long-term success. Basically, the community benefit plan is good for you and good for all.
No doubt. Hey, it's a great way to end a note on this whole thing. Brian, congratulations. Thanks for joining us, and just keep doing, you and the crew at Connexus, the job that they have continued to do and will do in the future. And it's exciting to see what the future of energy looks like, because let's face it, kids got stuff plugged in. We need to keep energy rocking, and Connexus has been such a tremendous community player. I know from a Chamber of Commerce standpoint, I cannot thank you and the crew enough.
Thank you, Pete. We appreciate it.
You bet. All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, one more segment to go on member profiles.